I started watching sheep farming videos and must say it's more interesting than I thought. Sheep are the world's fourth most popular livestock and provide us with wool, meat, milk, skins and manure. Interestingly enough, in the past, sheep meat or mutton was just a byproduct of wool production, but now it surpasses wool production in its importance. Now, some of the main tasks on a sheep farm are shearing, applying various medicaments internally and externally like fly control, weighing them from time to time, trimming their hoofs, and so on and so forth. The problem is, sheep aren't the size of a normal human, so you often have to bend over to be able to do what you need to do. And exactly this makes working with sheep backbreaking. And that's where the sponsor of this video comes in. No, just kidding, I wish. Anyway, I noticed that there are some different brands of really cool sheep handling equipment that's supposed to save the farmer's back. So let's take a look. I found the most prominent brands to be Tepari, Cotricrate and Clipex. When looking at their, I guess, main products, you can start to recognize the pattern and motive behind it. You herd your sheep and follow them one by one through a crusher, but the main idea here was to have the sheep elevated so that you don't have to bend over and have the machines do as much of the heavy lifting for you as possible. For example, it can catch the sheep for you either automatically using sensors or on the push of a button/foot pedal. It has a built-in scale and connects to your sheep software and the ID chip inside of your sheep so that you can effortlessly weigh your whole flock. You can also program the built-in drafts to send the sheep whichever way you want based on their weight or the ID tag. The devices also have an integrated pre-catch area, but probably the most useful feature is the tiltable platform, which gives you very good access to your sheep at the right level without having to wrestle them. Now, I've seen some comments about the catching being way too harsh on the sheep and that people wouldn't dare to use it on their pregnant ewes. But the company addressed exactly this use case in that you can tilt the wall sideways and put most of the pressure on the front of the animal, so fair enough, I guess. Then there are some differences in terms of the controls of the device. For example, you can move the sensors around based on if you want to catch your sheep more on the front or on the back of the crusher. Tepari has these sensors on the side, but Clipex decided to go for this top-down variant. The Cotricrate, on the other hand, you have to operate fully manually. At the same time, this makes it way cheaper, which is also a big one because, as you know, farming equipment ain't cheap. So the Cotricrate, you have to manually push the wall in, and simultaneously the floor drops to take away power from the sheep. Because of this unique solution, you then have to drop the sheep on the ground, as it sinks in a bit when the floor drops, and you would then have to lift it back up to be able to raise the floor. With the other two, you simply release the wall and let the animal go. Also, the automatic systems work on pressured air, so you have to have an air compressor in order to operate the Tepari and Clipex models. But let me tell you, when reading through the comments under the different sheep handler videos, I realized you have to have a hell of an operation to be able to afford these puppies. The cheapest one, Cotricrate, starts at 4,700 euros for either left-handed or right-handed version. Then we have the Tepari Racevalve 3, which is the entry-level automatic model, starting at 14,750 euros. But you can pay up to 24k for the top-of-the-line HD6 and another couple grand if you want a trailer with it. And then Clipex, selling the mobile version for 23k. After learning the prices, I still believe that they all are brilliant pieces of equipment, but the farmer now has to decide if he likes this back more than a few $1,000s. I hope you learned something about sheep farming today, and thanks for watching.